in her political stands. Right? She's quite reluctant to take any position that might cost her. So this partly results, she's not driven by any internal principles, but it also comes from her insecurity, doesn't want to receive negative feedback, is driven out of her mind when she gets negative feedback. And so she, as much as possible, she avoids taking any stands. She just wants to kind of go with the flow. And in some races, she's positioned herself to the right of the Democrat that she was challenging, such as when she ran for district attorney of San Francisco. And then in the 2020 campaign, she couldn't make up her mind whether she wanted to run as a moderate or if she wanted to run as a progressive. And she kept ricocheting back and forth. And so because she's unable to maintain staff, because she treats people badly, she's not a decisive leader. She does not treat people well. She's not a good manager. So when the Biden team selected her as the vice president for the 2020 race, they insisted that she had to take on Biden staff because it was clear from Kamala Harris's failed 2020 attempt to win the Democratic nomination that she's a terrible manager, she's terrible with staff, so she had to take on Biden staff. And she's tried during her 3.5 years as vice president to build up her own staff, but she can't keep them around. They just keep dropping off. Because in the end, it boils down to her and her leadership style, lack of leadership. And because of her insecurity, when she makes mistakes, when things don't go well, she can't handle the insecurity. She wants to offload it onto someone else. This is what drives a great deal of gaslighting. People can't stand how they feel, and so they blame you. And they say, oh, you're responsible. You did this. You didn't prepare me. So the staff would do everything they could to prepare Kamala Harris, but she wouldn't show up. She wouldn't do the work. And then her ignorance would be exposed. So there's a recklessness at the core of Kamala Harris. There's a lack of conscientiousness, and there's a delusion. Because in her own autobiography, she portrays herself as highly conscientious, but she's clearly not. So there's a considerable level of delusion, which means she keeps getting humiliated.